Thousands of years ago, what do you think people carried in their pockets? Credit cards? Of course not. Paper money? Not even close. The answer, silver. Yes, that shiny gray metal was the most trusted form of money in the ancient world. But why silver? When gold existed, why did this metal become the heart of entire economies? Today we're talking about the powerful bond ancient economies had with silver. What was the silver standard? How did it work? Why was it trusted? And how does it connect to today's financial system? If you're ready, let's ease our way into the topic. Let's start with this question. Why was silver so important in the ancient world? Silver wasn't as rare as gold, but it wasn't as common as copper either. It was right in the middle. It was durable, easy to work with, and didn't rust. All of this made it, quite literally, the perfect material for money. The first silver coins in history were minted in the 7th century BCE by the Lydian kingdom. The Lydians mixed silver and gold to create an alloy called electrum. These coins had a standard weight and value. Imagine this. Instead of carrying a chicken to the market to buy apples, you just had a few small coins in your pocket. That innovation took trade to a completely new level. Of course, where silver came from also mattered. In Mesopotamia, as early as 3000 BCE, silver ingots were weighed and used for payments. In ancient Greece, the Laurian mines became the foundation of Athens' wealth. In Rome, massive mines in Spain filled the empire's treasury. But let's not forget, those mines represented not only wealth, but also wars and political struggles. So, what exactly was the silver standard? In short, it meant that a country's currency was tied to silver. The value of money depended directly on the value of silver. This system was the key to trust in the ancient world. In the Roman Empire, there was a silver coin called the Denarius. It was accepted everywhere, from Britain to Egypt. A merchant could buy silk with it, or wine. In the Persian Empire, silver Daric coins symbolized state power. Each coin carried the image of the king, like a tiny piece of propaganda. In Greek city-states, every city minted its own coins. Athens' owl coins are still among the most iconic designs in history. The silver standard didn't just make trade easier, it shaped entire societies. It fueled the growth of cities, financed armies, and supported the arts. But, as with every story, there was a darker side. Most of the workers in these mines were slaves. In the Laurian mines especially, thousands died under brutal conditions. So silver became not just a symbol of wealth, but also of suffering. Why was silver trusted so much? First, because it had universal value. It wasn't as expensive as gold, nor as cheap as copper, but everyone accepted it. Second, it was chemically durable. It didn't decay over time. But trust didn't come only from the metal itself. Governments guaranteed the purity of their coins. In Rome, the denarius was supposed to contain over 90% silver. Of course, things didn't always stay that way. During economic crises, emperors reduced the silver content. That led to forgery and a collapse of trust. Merchants began weighing coin, or even biting them, to check if they were real. Yes, biting coins was actually a real way to test authenticity. Eventually, this trust crisis led to massive inflation in Rome. The denarius lost its value and people stopped trusting money altogether. So in the end, it wasn't just about the metal. It was about the trust people placed in it. So, why did the silver standard come to an end? Over time, mines were depleted, wars broke out, and economies faltered. In Rome, silver content dropped from 90% to just 5% within 300 years. That collapse took the entire economy down with it. By the Middle Ages, silver was still valuable, but paper money and the gold standard had taken the stage. Did the story of silver end there? Not at all. Even today, silver remains a star in the financial world. It's traded on markets, used in industry, and found in smartphones, solar panels, even space technology. In the modern era, the silver standard was replaced by fiat money, currencies based on the trust in governments. But one lesson remains from the ancient world. Money isn't just a tool, it's a symbol of trust. Today's dollars, euros, even cryptocurrencies, they're all, in a way, descendants of those ancient silver coins. So, my friends, that was the journey of silver through the ancient world. For centuries, it sustained economies, shaped societies, and stood as a symbol of trust. But here's the question. How trustworthy is today's money? Maybe the star of the future will once again be silver. Who knows? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. In the next episode, we'll explore Ancient Rome's Denarius, the currency that built an empire. See you next time.